Okay. It looks like it's working. Alright. Okay, thank God that was a quick fix. Thanks for letting me know. That's kind of bad. Okay. I think that's everything now. I think. Cool. Thank you. Gosh, anytime I do any adjustments with this streaming stuff, like I have to check everything because everything else gets messed up. Anyway, basically, yeah, the issue this morning was I had to, well, I've decided to try streaming on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So me being like totally tech illiterate, having to learn all this stuff, you know, as I go. Yeah, that's been fun, essentially. So it should be working, hopefully. It looks like it's working. So I'm just going to warm up with this piece and then we'll go from there. Yeah, also on Twitch, as of today. But literally just started, so I have no idea what's happening over there. Okay, that's actually all right. That's surprisingly better than I expected. Basically, I'm just going off how I feel when I play it. I don't know if it sounds particularly different to how it did yesterday or the day before, but in terms of my comfort, it's definitely improving, just with my movements and things. Yeah, basically I need to spend like less and less time with this now, which is really nice, because I'm going to be playing this the whole year. A lot of improvements I'm just happy to leave now, and they'll happen gradually. But a few moments I do want to work on anyway. Just spend like maybe 5 minutes, and that will be it. There's still the same old sort of tricky passages. What's the Twitch name? It's called, so it's the same, deranged, but add live after it. So I'll put it in chat, that'll be easier. Or I can give you the URL, and then you can see what on earth is happening over there. There you go. And yeah, if it's, if, I don't know, awful things are happening, let me know. I think currently nothing is happening over there, but a stream is happening. And I've got a tool that is supposed to combine chats, but currently I can see very clearly at the top that the YouTube chat has a cross next to it. So it's not importing the YouTube chat, and yeah, your chat is not appearing on this, but apparently the Twitch chat, which has a tick next to it, should be importing, but there's currently no people chatting there because the stream is like literally brand new on Twitch. Okay, so. This bar I find I can't control as well as the previous one in the sequence. So it's basically because of the hand positions and the stretches. The other one has much more comfortable hand positions, whereas this one I have to. Well, I've got the thumb on the black note, which I always dislike when everything up here is on white notes, and then just a large awkward arpeggio there. Hello, I can see your message on the restream. It's a cat with glasses. Is that a cat with sunglasses? My hand literally does not feel big enough to make that transition there. Oh, from here to here. because ideally I would like to stay into the keyboard like this, but my hand is struggling to do that. I'm going to try and make that work. The alternative is I have to come outside the black notes here, and that means I have to go around and use more dramatic wrist movement, essentially. The worry if I stay into the keyboard like this is I'm going to hit this D flat, basically. But it seems like I might be able to just get away with it. Neither solution is great, honestly, but I do think this is better if I don't come out towards my body. Yeah, that is better. Okay, that's good. I'm glad I figured that out. Like, it's not easy. It's just less bad, and it does sound better immediately.
Sure, for streaming, are you satisfied with the audio quality for your piano?
Apparently, I mean, yes, I am, very much. In terms of for myself, I don't know what the experience is on the other end, really. So the setup I have is, I don't know if you're aware of the instrument itself. It's a Kawai NV10, and basically it's like a hybrid instrument, and grand piano action. They use the Millennium 3 action, I believe, in this, and that essentially hits digital receivers. So you've got a proper grand piano keyboard action with the full wood kit and everything, and hammers, etc. And then the rest of it is digital, and they have very high quality digital samples. Yes, so I'm plugged in with 2 guitar leads into an audio box down here, and that goes through to my laptop. So everything is very clean in that sense. I'm not using a microphone to pick up the sound, and then I use headphones because I don't want this voice mic picking up the speaker, obviously. It's got full digital functionality, like you would expect from a keyboard. It's a very nice practice instrument. That's essentially the main purpose of it. I want it because I want a good practice instrument. So the touch is important, and I haven't found a digital instrument that has a good enough touch for what I want. Cool. Yeah, I've heard good things about the Casios. You hear a lot of low-end thumping sounds related to the action and maybe the pedal. Yeah, that would be getting picked up through my voice microphone. So maybe the solution is essentially to move the microphone somewhere else, not have it directly on the piano. Maybe if I put it on the floor, that might be better. The action is serviceable, a pad, a buffer, etc. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you do what you can, and then you go from there. that's basically all you can do is like you do what you're able to do and make the best of it, and then build on it. Like I haven't done anything in terms of high quality too remote for voice on floor. Can you hear my voice now? Is that good enough, or is that now too remote? Yeah, I don't. Otherwise, I don't know what the solution would be. I would have to move it. Yeah, somewhere else.
Sounds like.
Okay. I'll put it back here, and I'll have to think of another solution. Yeah, I don't know what the solution will be. Yeah. Thank you. A dolly, yeah. I have to invest in some more equipment. So at the moment I don't have a dedicated camera. I'm just using my phone, which is fine for now. And I would ideally like a second camera as well above the keyboard, but that's all like, it's all expense. So it's like a thing that I'll add gradually, I suppose, as I go along. Photography, so the camera stuff was a natural. Yeah, I wish I had those skills. Yeah, I could try just using a rag or something. I might do that now. I've got this obviously felt thing, so I can try that, see how that goes. No more thumping? Oh, amazing. Cool. Good suggestion. One thing I always notice with this particular passage is I get tension in my jaw, particularly. These are habits I'm trying to break. Mostly in my jaw, but also in my upper body a little bit. I wonder about my sitting position as well. It's something that I'm still actually not totally settled with, and this is like, after playing piano for 30 something years. But it's because I have a very long torso, so I have to sit a bit lower. But I've never felt totally comfortable with my seating position, like ever, I think. This here, I have a very strange fingering in here for this. Third finger up there, which seems really unnecessary. Like I get why it's there. Gives you more control over that note with the dynamic change going down to pianissimo, but it means you have to take more time, obviously. So it's basically committing you to a massive writ, essentially. Okay, am I happy with this one for now? I think mostly, honestly. This is gonna be fine. Yeah, I mean, because I'm gonna be playing these for a year, I'm happy for them to progress gradually over that. Over the course of the year, once I've done a lot of the groundwork, as long as I'm still actively trying to improve them every time I play them, I'm confident that they will be fine. Okay, this is, I need to update the chat. Opus 10 number, I think actually I might do Opus 10 number 2 first, not number 12. And then I'll do Opus 10 number 12 to give my right hand a break for a while. So this is Opus 10 number 2. Should I update Twitch as well? I need to update both. One sec. Opus 10 number 2. All right. Hopefully next time I'll be able to sort out the chat, the restream chat for YouTube as well, and then I can essentially just deal with one chat window. I feel like I made progress with that bit, but seems to have come undone a bit.
This one still kills my forearm.
Yeah, this is a like the never-ending battle essentially. My main aim is with this one. Like the reason I started so early was partly because I have learnt it before, like 20 years ago. But I know that it requires a lot of stamina, which I've lost. But my approach this time, I'm very happy to keep it on the slow side for quite a long time, and just be extremely diligent about keeping a very relaxed technique the entire time. So not putting, basically trying not to put effort in when I play. So allowing my fingers to just be totally free. And then it will take as long as it takes, basically. But there are a few moments which really stretch my hand, and that I'm not sure how that's going to pan out, because my hand just doesn't feel big enough for certain passages. It's a bit uneven there. There we go. Yeah.
In Pombo, you end up using different muscles when playing faster.
That's interesting. I haven't thought about that. Using different muscles when you play faster. I think you do, yes. I think, but I don't know if that's ideal. I think we do use different muscles when we play faster and louder, because we incorporate tension that we shouldn't necessarily. Obviously, it's impossible to remove all tension. But I think the goal is to manage it as best as possible always.
C to E stretch, C to E, C to D.
Yeah, I'm actually basically the same. I can comfortably do a ninth, and a tenth is work. Like, it's barely there. So I feel like my hand size is inadequate for a lot of these etudes. There are a couple of moments where you can like cheat and get the left hand to take over. Like one of the obvious ones is when you play this, instead of taking it with the right hand there, you can just, because the left hand's doing nothing, right? So I do that one because I feel like it's just like, it's why, you know, why strain yourself when your hand is not built? Like Chopin just had a bigger hand, right? So I feel like it's okay in that sense. Everyone's hand is different. There's just evenness there with the... This one is interesting. It's not super hard, but the pinky is actually the 5-3 3 to pinky is kind of hard to control evenly. think that's one of the things I'm learning about coming back to this etude is how little control actually over my pinky I do have. I'm just kind of often just throwing it down.
Macaulay edition.
He was one of Chopin's students, right? I've got the Cortot edition. I have this one because I find some of his exercises that are at the start before each etude that he kind of uses as practice suggestions. I find some of them helpful, not all of them helpful. Some of them I find really kind of pointless, but some of them actually genuinely are helpful. So, but I don't love all of his fingering suggestions, so I've had to make some changes. But I think 5-3 here makes sense. It's the most comfortable. It's just using the pinky with the third finger requires a bit of control. I don't mind working on that actually, because I do need to work on my balance between my weak fingers and my strong fingers. And actually, even in this spot, you can use the left hand to take the entire chord, which is kind of funny. You can just do that. But I don't think I will do that. I think that's a little bit too much. Because I can play it with the right hand. Getting a little bit better. Again, a lot of this stuff is just going to take months. Here, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not just throwing my hand down onto the chords, that I'm controlling this top line. that's better. There's so many different hand positions in this etude. So like every one of these feels like you have to kind of recalculate the balance. Hey, wrong octave. Okay, that's a bit better. Still that one, the last crotchet of that bar. Yeah, this, again, I feel like my hand is too small for. And then I have to put my hand in a kind of like a tilted position there to reach that one. At least smoothly from the E. Okay, we are on to the third page. Tension in the jaw. Pretty good. A bit uneven. Uneven again. Okay. Yeah, it's a few moments of unevenness which are creeping in, so I just want to go over those. We'll go from here So here. It's basically whenever the 5 has to be particularly active, like it gets used multiple times in succession, that tends to be when the unevenness comes in. So that's no surprise really. And then that bit. Basically, I'm trying to make sure I'm not overholding the thumb, the second finger, when they have to play chords. Like I do want all of the articulation there to be the same, and it's not. Not just the balance, but the actual articulation. So like this one here. I know why, because I find that one so awkward, so I'm sort of compensating by leaning the hand towards the thumb and the second finger, which makes sense because they're my stronger fingers, but it is not optimal. Kind of landing on that one. I feel like my hand is not big enough to manage that, but there's no other option. That's a little bit better.
that your name? Oriki.
So you're a photographer by trade? Is that what you do?
You came from photography, so you're
is photography and piano hobbies? Or oh, you're a nurse. Okay, cool. So nurse is your job, and then both photography and okay. So you were a professional photographer. When did you quit? Okay. Okay. Did you basically see the writing on the wall for photography as a career? Like, were you worried about AI, those sort of things, or did you just feel like you wanted to do something else? Yep, creative industries. Totally understand. Oh, okay. We. Full-time nurse for 7 years. Nice. Are you enjoying that? I mean, the world certainly needs nurses at the moment. I won't lie. I get the feeling something bad is coming. Yeah, okay, I understand. That was me with education, essentially. I knew that I was not going to stay in education forever. Even as soon as I first went into it, I knew that. Or probably even before I went into it, I knew that. Or at least, you know, and then my opinion never changed during the time I was in there. What would you wish to do after nursing? If I knew that, I would have already quit. If you knew what exactly? Oh, right, as in if you knew what you wanted to do after nursing. Understand. Yeah, it's actually it's a very tricky time because a lot of layoffs are happening in multiple industries. So there's a lot of fear around or just jobs in general. Like, okay, what industries are going to survive the next 10 years? Obviously with the onset of AI. My theory, which is part of why I'm doing this project, is I think there is a opportunity for high level live music performance, because that obviously can't be swallowed up by AI. Obviously recorded music can. AI can also compose to an extent now, but it can't. No one wants to watch AI perform live music beyond a novelty, right? Like it's a one-off novelty, and then people will be like, okay, not interested. So part of my reason behind this is I'm taking a bet on the fact that there will be a need for live music, high-level live music, and there's also not just a need, but there's also a lack of people going through that industry now, based on my conversations with friends or colleagues who are working in schools and also in universities. They said the people that are continuing music and are really focusing on music has dropped significantly. So that's kind of my theory, my logic. My age is 40. I'm 40 exactly, so a little bit younger. And so yeah, it's you can always change. There's never, especially this day and age, it's never too late to try a new path or try a new strategy. And I think these days it's more important than ever to be vigilant about like what are we gonna do in the next 20 years, because it's kind of a little bit terrifying.
You just need a good something. Good enough.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's the thing. It's going to take, basically it's going to just totally destroy the middle ground in terms of the low and middle. So if you want average music for your game or your film or something like that, you can get it cheaply. And if you want to listen to, I don't know, average playing as well, that's certainly available now as well, and it's cheap. But yeah, and you're right, that's a good point. Self-playing pianos have been around for a very long time, and no one is interested. So I think there's a lot of fear around the music industry, obviously, but I think the one thing that people are kind of forgetting is that no one cares about a robot or AI that can play music essentially. When did you start playing piano? I started when I was 4.5. So I've been playing for 36 years. Exactly 36 years, basically. And I finished, so I did my undergrad. Undergrad was 4 years, 18 to 20, 21, and then I started masters straight after that. Went to London, finished my masters in London, and then just worked over there for a few years after that. And all of my degrees are performance based, so I did performance undergrad and then performance masters. and then worked over there for a few years, and then came back to Sydney and went, oh crap, you know, there are no jobs here for the live piano players, like performing pianists. So I had to go into education anyway, just to, you know, earn money while I did sort of like gigs on the side, essentially. And Sydney is still a little bit basic in that scene. So that's why partly why I'm online, but I'm not looking necessarily to stay in Sydney anyway. So I will happily take my skills overseas. And I think it will be a good time because there's not many musicians coming through these days, and not sure what's going to happen with orchestras and things like that, how they're going to hold up, because the other thing I've thought about is like how do people sit through a concert in 10 years time with our attention spans? Yeah.
I think the impact of it on music will be shrinking the people.
Yeah, I hope so. Like, I do hope so. I mean, definitely, and I definitely agree with that in terms of on the, like the high level, playing, high level composing, things like that. I don't think AI will touch that. Like its ability to write classical music is really bad. It can generate, you know, generic pop stuff, but it just does not have enough data or nuance or, you know, understanding to create, you know, good film music that's kind of classically based. Okay, I might actually, what I'm going to do is try and slowly play through this with both hands, because I haven't done that in a while. I've been focusing so much on the right hand. Unevenness there. Yeah, there. always the same spot. Okay, not too bad. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that people, I mean, my guess is that people will become more and more disconnected, but that will result in the fact that people will then want connection. Like they'll become more and more disconnected in their day-to-day lives, and then, but then they will seek things out like the creative arts, and live events, hopefully, in order to feel connected with other people, and that there is some other meaning to their lives which are otherwise controlled by large corporations, things like that. So hopefully people still will want to consume this stuff in 20 years. Attention spans is definitely a worry for me, because I've noticed even with myself, my attention span has definitely decreased. And one of the things that is good about doing this stream is because I have the camera used, my phone used as a camera. I can't touch it, for 3-4 hours, which is great, and I don't feel a desire to. So, sort of accountability and hacks to try and improve my habits, I guess, around this sort of stuff. But I do worry about things like concerts. Are people going to have the desire to sit through a concert for an hour and a half, whatever, 2 hours sometimes they are, and how is that format going to change, and how will it look in 10-20 years? Unless it becomes like one of those experiences that people seek out in order to work on their focus, to digital detox. Yep, I pretty much agree with that sentiment, yeah. Okay, there's this one bit which I want to have a look over, which is on paper not that hard, but I can't play it evenly for some reason. Oh wait, where is it? Okay, that's a bit better. Shows are basically ADHD presentations already. Substance and secondary appearance, yeah. I haven't been to a pop concert in such a long time. But what I do see is like everyone just filming the thing, and then obviously sharing it while they're watching it and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I guess this is not improving your focus. but like a classical music concert or something, which, to be fair, they are trying to innovate, but they have been very slow in innovating. Or I think they're not always great with programming, and they're not great with getting or making new people feel comfortable. But they're definitely not for lack of trying. So I think that's going to be a struggle for them in the next decade or two, because people are just not going to have the focus for it, the next generation particularly. But they're definitely doing more and more like video game concerts, movie, film, film plays while orchestra plays the film score, that kind of stuff. I recently went to Elden Ring with Sydney Symphony, which was interesting experience. Wasn't the best kind of structure. I think they could have done a better job with the format, but they basically played the score while there was some kind of journey going on in the video game. So they had footage of the video game, kind of in a sequence through, as you progress through the game, and then played the music for all the major events, and then obviously some bridging music and things like that. And can't say I was super impressed, but God, there was people who absolutely loved it. But that particular concert actually got put on because one of my friends is in artistic management. He's second in artistic management in Sydney Symphony, and we chat a little bit about ideas because we're interested obviously in these sort of things. But that particular concert got done because I initially suggested, I was like, some of the music from the From Software games is actually pretty good, and is now becoming really big. People are really following those games now. The fan base is very dedicated and is huge. So you don't have to just look at Final Fantasy or those sort of things. Anyway, so he did some background on that, and it was like, what about Elden Ring? Because that one's getting a dedicated sort of production. So yeah, that's what happened. And I was like, yeah, why not do it? But honestly, the music in that is very repetitive, so I found it a bit underwhelming. There's a few good moments, and then the rest is kind of just less good versions of those moments. So there's a lot of repetition, and it was tiring. But the fans loved it. So no complaints, and they got something like 90%, almost 90% was new audience. So non-regulars. So yeah, interesting. That's how you do it. Yeah, I mean, video game concerts are a good idea. Early teens, preteens, modern game music mostly is real gritty for me. Yeah, and a lot of modern video game music is basically classical music. Particularly the From Software games. It's definitely heavily inspired by classical music. And then you've got kind of like the kind of more anime style video game music as well, which is very popular. Obviously there's like the Elder Scrolls stuff as well. Okay, I'm going to move on from this one because I have more etudes to do. And I'm happy with, you know, that progress so far. Okay, Opus 10 number 12. So this one I have played before, you know, 20 years ago. So I was able to relearn it fairly quickly, but my approach is a little bit different this time. From a technical perspective, obviously, I've learnt a little bit more since then. So still, it's not a tempo, and I'm trying to really focus on body awareness. So I want to be able to be extremely comfortable and relaxed while I'm playing it. So I'm not going to be playing it fast, super fast anytime soon, I would say. That moment. I still do not like this bit. The hand contractions. Do you play any video games? I do. I play. Actually, I do play Elden Ring. I am a big fan of the From Software games. So that's Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Elden Ring are the main ones. I am yet to play much of Demon Souls, and I'm yet to play Sekiro at all. And I haven't played their latest game. But yeah, a big fan of those games. I also am a fan of RTS games. So I grew up with like Age of Empires, Command and Conquer, StarCraft, and then stuff like, you know, Heroes of Might and Magic 3 was also one I played to death. Civ 2, Diablo 2, all that kind of stuff. A game I enjoyed recently was Ghosts of Tsushima, and it has a good soundtrack too. Just playing around with hand positions here a little bit, because I want it to be even, essentially, and comfortable. That's a bit better. What are some of your favorite games, or particularly soundtracks? I'm interested in soundtracks actually for games, because I do a little bit of arranging on the side as well. Although I've been slack with that lately. Just leaving the pedal off for now. Just dealing with tension. It's amazing how quickly tension gets into my jaw just while I'm, playing something that's not even super difficult, but it just requires a little bit of concentration, and then my jaw tenses up. So I'm just trying to be conscious of those things as much as possible. That's right. Some classic Minecraft songs. Oh, okay. Is that transposed? No, this is the original key. Does it does it sound transposed? It should sound like C minor, right? As you do some classic Minecraft. I don't know the Minecraft music very well. I spent very little time playing Minecraft. That's actually one of the games that kind of like went over my head a little bit. And I never really got into it. I never quite saw the, I don't know, I guess the craze. Like, I get it, people like, building things, creating things, and chilling. But it's, I don't know, it's a little bit too much, a little bit too loose for me, I think, that game. But if it's got good music, I'm on board. This. You played episode number 5, and it was definitely transposed. Ah, really? God, that's weird. It shouldn't be transposed unless something's happening with a stream. Um, God, that's really odd. I have no idea why you might be hearing it transposed. Like, so that's A flat major, right? Can you play C major scale? Yes. Let me check my settings because I actually can, like, I mean, this sounds like C major to me, but it might be, I don't know if it's like 440 or it's, you know, it's like, could be like 442 or something, or 438, I don't know. Where am I? Yeah, it says 440 on here. Unsure. 4 semitone. Whoa. I wonder if I wonder if it's because I'm streaming on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I wonder if something's dropped, like it's affecting that because of how much information you can put through. I don't know why that would affect it though. Transposition. It is, it's a Kawai Novice NV10. 4 semitones down, really. Dear God. Okay, so everything is sounding, it just sounds flat compared to mine, maybe. I mean, it's definitely, I mean, 440 is, you know, universal, right? So, okay, I'll have to check this out after YouTube uploads it and see, because I haven't had this issue before. I have listened back to some of the streams, and they've all been fine in terms of the pitch. So I wonder if it's because I'm streaming both on Twitch and YouTube today. This is the first time I've done that.
suggest you listen to. Okay.
Cool. Good to know. Thank you.
There should be a transposition option, but this is definitely transposed. Just so you know, maybe it's just a stream though.
Yeah. Okay, on my side, at least what I'm hearing, it's definitely at the correct pitch. So, yeah. God, 4 semitones down. that's got to sound so, I don't know, unsatisfying. Just bizarre. So, if we're looking at 4 semitones down, this essentially should be a C major scale, right? Let me see. C. My phone is currently out of action, but I can play. I can use the composing app here to play a C. Where is it? I will put it through here. Where is it? So that's a C. Yeah. Sounds the same as my piano from my side. So I'm guessing it's got to be a problem.
Not the same as stream.
Huh. That's so strange. So something's happening with the I don't know, the connection, I guess. Somewhere in the connection. Between the piano and audio box and then the PC. So play the lowest note. That is the lowest note. I can play Opus 10 number 4 and not number 8. So I'm currently working on number 4. So I'll tackle that soon in my stream. Yes, okay, so that one is like off the charts, basically. I wonder what's going on there. Yep. Okay, I'll have to ask I mean I can ask the AI what's going on. That's usually been actually quite helpful. I'll quickly type it into Gemini or whatever, and let's see if it's got a solution. Let's see what it says. it's a sample rate mismatch, which I did fix, but it's obviously gone again. One device or software is capturing audio at 48, but another part of the chain is processing or broadcasting at 44.1. So something's gone out in the sample rate. I changed it all to 48, but because I've added Twitch today, something might have changed in that setup. So I check the difference on the viewer's end. Okay, if it doesn't sound too bad, I'll probably not try and fix it today, because that would involve restarting all the software and checking all of it, and then I'll fix it for tomorrow. That's between B flat and B. Okay, yeah. So there's a small, well, actually it's reasonably large. It's because it sounds like it's because of the sample rate. Something is at 48 and something's at 44.1. So I will check all of there's like 4 spots that I need to check, because one of those has changed because I added Twitch today, I would say. That's annoying. But thanks for letting me know. That's actually very helpful. Oops. Oh God. Thanks so much. Thanks for dropping by. Practice on my E. Forgo practice on my E piano just for the sake of trying the same piece. Enjoy your practicing, and thanks for dropping by and helping out. What is the time? 1:25. I've got 2 more to do at least. I was hoping to start another one today. I should probably move on, but I want to spend a tiny bit of time just going over the left-hand bit here. So from here. Realize I also lost the other chat. Where is it? There we go. I realize I'm tensing up.
My profile probably has my stream. If you want to keep it in mind, I usually play. Nice. Oh, really? No viewers on Twitch, because I got told that Twitch is actually a better place. But yeah, definitely. I'll. Where's Oddie? One sec. Oddie key. Cat or dog? Oddie key. Yeah, I'll definitely check out. So you said you're usually on Twitch, but considering YouTube. So yeah, I'm doing both right now because I was able to sort that out today. Yeah, for me probably cat, because cats are less of a pain to deal with. Hey, you can go away and leave them, you know, stuff like that. So what's your let me know your Twitch though anyway, and then your YouTube. Same name. Okay, Oddie key. Oops, that is not correct. So is Twitch good for, like, I don't know, gaming only these days or anything else? I haven't followed Twitch in a long time. Okay, and the other bit which I don't love at the moment is this bit. Just because of the thumb having to go on the black note and the hand contraction is so severe. Well, the thumb doesn't have to go on the black note, but it's what they suggest. You can do second finger. But for consistency, it's kind of better to do thumb all the time. Podcast gaming, okay. So basically, no, it's kind of right. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, the IRL ones. I haven't explored any of those, but I heard it's a big market now. Let me. Well, just while I think of it, I'll grab your Twitch, because I may forget. Oh god, two-step verification all the time.
I'll be back in a sec.
Oh, there we go.
Hello, little guy.
I am on Twitch. The profile picture is a cat. Is that correct? I'm pretty sure that's correct. Cool. Nice. I followed, yeah, there's a picture of a piano. Las Vegas streamer. Ah, cool. My partner was in Las Vegas for a conference not too long ago. I've never been. I'm on black there. In this spot, yeah, it's the where is it? Where's it? Where am I? So here, I do second there, and then so this edition recommends a thumb on the E flat here, and then obviously there, and then again thumb on the A flat here, which is interesting. I obviously second finger feels more comfortable. I'm kind of tempted to do the thumb because it just means you just do thumb on everything, so you don't have to think about that, and it is like a technical challenge that is, it's not too bad, but it might be useful, you know, because there are times where you do have to do that for sure. So you can, yeah, put your thumb there on the first E flat. Definitely is more awkward, just requires a bit more practice. Might be beneficial. Anyway, I gotta move on to probably Opus 25, number 5 is what I will do next. I'm going to quickly read through the opening section because I need to keep learning that, and then I'll spend most of the time on the middle section because that's where I think most of the technical benefits come from with this one. This arpeggio is ridiculous. No, the one after is more ridiculous. So there's always that 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. I think that was actually Rachmaninoff's hand size.
Oh, I have to update the chat. Over 25, number 5. Okay, this one here. All right. Here, at least my right hand actually feels very, very relaxed now compared to how it used to be. I used to feel quite stiff in my fingers playing this section, and it's just taken a lot of like mental effort to change. So it is starting to feel better at least. It's not quite as controlled as I would like. Mostly on the way down. I'm just going to break this down a little bit. So the main thing with this is that I'm in position before I try and play the notes. I can't be sort of on the way up trying to play the notes and then immediately have to obviously change direction. So I need to play it with the momentum going down. So this is just one of those moments where my hand feels a bit small, but it's fine. It's just requires a solution.
tried it. This particular etude, it's very nice. Caveat, the outside sections are just kind of like, they're fine. The middle section is where all the musical quality is. And then back into the opening section, but a little bit different. This one, I'll spend a little bit of time on the middle section. I need to go over the outside sections because I just need to learn them. But I don't think they're going to pose much trouble. There's a couple of just horrible arpeggios, but the technical stuff in the outside sections is not too bad. At least for me. This has, I have tenuto markings in brackets on the top notes here. I don't know if they're original. This is a problem. So there's the crotchet line on the bottom. And then minim. And then crotchet there. So the thumb line has the melody. But then there's also this I'm not sure how much to care about that. I might just kind of let it happen. Okay, that has improved a lot. I spent quite a bit of time fiddling around with hand positions, and I seem to have remembered them, which is nice.
this part here, the right hand does semiquavers instead of triplets. So there's more notes, but I actually find it easier. There's something about the arrangement, how it flows, that just, I don't know, makes it more comfortable. Almost. The one part which I find a little bit tricky is the extra voices which pop up in the right hand. So here, so it's got two voices. It's really awkward. I don't know how one does this. So there's this one, and then that one, and then I feel like I just want to worry about the moving one, not the repeated note one.
that's all fine. I need to go onto torrent, and then I might try and start a new one quickly today, but I don't have a lot of time, so I will. Yeah, I'll start with torrent for now, and then I'll have to think about what else I'm doing. Opus 10 number 4. Yeah, that's a big question, isn't it? So there's a few options. I'm trying to balance how many I'm kind of learning new notes for, which I need to do, against ones I already know, and also like ones which require more time, and also which ones I want to get more benefit out of. The bell. Which one is the bell? Oh, it's been translated. Which one is the bell? I forgot. It rings a bell, but I forgot. List. Okay, right. You mean Campanella? Yeah, I've never learnt that actually. In terms of Chopin Etudes, which ones to start next? I feel like it might be a just a brand new one I haven't touched. I need to add in another old one again at some point, so I can add in like Winter Wind or something, or Opus 10 number 1. But I probably need to add in another 25 number 6. 25 number 6. Which one is that? Oh, the depressing one. How depressed do I want to be at the end of my stream? 25 number 6. Sorry, that's thirds, isn't it? Yeah, I'm actually going to start that soon. I'm just trying not to overload my hand too early, because I have to already use my like weak fingers, so third and fourth fingers and fifth fingers so much with Opus 10 number 2. So I'm just going to wait till my arm settles down a little bit before I add that one in. But I do have to start it soon, probably in the next month, I would say. Because at the moment, like my arm is just sore all the time. Left hand, Opus 10 number 9. Opus 10 number 9 is that F minor? Yeah, that's a possibility actually. That's yes, yeah, that's on my radar actually. I could put that one in. Give my right hand a bit of a break. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Okay. Is misbehaving. Making sure my movements are deliberate.
not reactive to like something being difficult. And also the control I have over the notes. Why do I always do that? When you finish the 24, you plan to do like, yeah, that's the plan. And the left hand right there is the most difficult for me not to see. Yeah. Yes, for sure. Like the speed of this one makes it hard, essentially. At this tempo, it's not that hard, but obviously when you're learning it, you have to play it. At slow tempos. I plan to try and do concerts around with these at some point, because I feel it doesn't actually get done that much, at least not in Sydney. So and then if I'm in other parts of the world, I can also just say, hey, I've got these, I can do a concert. But they're also really handy pieces to have with when you need to play stuff on the spot for people. These are short. There's a lot of different like moods, a lot of different vibes in the 24 etudes. So you can play like 3 or 4 of them and keep a lot of people happy. And they're great, obviously, technical exercises. This is one of those etudes I don't know why I never learnt it back in the day. I'm not sure. It's just going to the wrong spot there. That's not correct. playing wrong notes multiple times, like the same wrong note multiple times, because I know it's just makes it harder and harder for me to get it out of my system. Here's the chromatic sequence, which I always seem to stuff up somehow. Okay, that was fine. That's a little bit better. And this here I find a little bit awkward to control, so I'm just trying not to throw the pinky down so much. Because I don't want to unbalance my hand and send the weight all up there when I need to be thumb weighted. That's okay, I'm just getting a little bit tense when I play this, so I'm just going to slow it down a little bit. I'm just going to pop back to the start, go over the dodgy passages earlier again. So the parts which I still don't love, actually, even the opening line is, I find awkward, partly because of this thing, and then obviously the thumb being on the black notes early on. So it's just about how you position your hand, basically. Well, this contraction from the octave to a closed hand position, that's just going to take a little bit of time for me to speed that up and control it. So hello, Manish. Good. I am. Oh god. Maybe half an hour left again. I think you popped on yesterday when I had half an hour left. I started a bit later today because I have some technology issues, because I'm streaming simultaneously now on Twitch and YouTube. So I had, me being me, I of course had some tech failures, and then there were some more as well after that. So anyway, things are okay now, mostly. How are you today? So here is the same contraction issue basically as the opening. It's slightly different, but that's a bit better. That's great. Same for me. Had some work. Had to care. Nice. Well, I'm glad you got your work done. I am currently struggling to get my work done. Yeah, at the moment the balance for me is, I think, the hardest thing. Is in doing this, doing a little, like I do a daily short thing as well, like a little bit of writing music, and then I have my it's like a part-time job, I would say. Which I have to do, and then some days I'm just so tired. So when I have like extra stuff that crops up, like admin or figuring out how to stream on Twitch, it just eats into the this kind of stuff, like actually streaming. Super well yet. this one here is quite different to the rest of them, so it's not settling. To remind myself to relax. Okay, I'm just going to go back to the top of this page and then go over these a little bit slow again. Yeah, I just don't know it well enough at the moment. My shoulders still come up naturally, so that's the other thing I have to be conscious of. Try not to let my hand balance go towards the thumb. Okay. Yeah, this part here is still relatively new for me. shoulders. Oh God. Okay, I'll see if I can play this a little bit more fluently. I've just been working like crotchet to crotchet because I just want to get the hand positions correct. So just moving from one hand position to the next and then relaxing into the new position. But I need to start also adding the fluency in as well. This bit here is not too tricky, so I'll just run over it. So many accidentals here. And then what are some pieces you've performed on stage? Oh God, a lot. Probably some. I'll list some of the ones which are more memorable. Like some of the major ones. The first Rachmaninoff sonata, I performed the whole thing, which is not a widely performed piece. But I actually really liked it, so I was very happy to spend the time, put the effort in to learn that. I've performed both the first and the fourth ballades, but I've learnt them all, so I've learnt all of those. But I just haven't performed 2 and 3 in public. I learnt 2 while I was just away. It's like in the country in the UK. I was in the countryside and I was like, oh, I'm going to learn the second ballade. But then I never performed it. I just kind of like learnt it and then just, shelved it. And then the third ballade I learnt during COVID. So I was, the plan was to actually record it, but then that didn't happen. And the F minor fantasy, that one I played a lot back in the day. Some other fun things I've done. Oh, Petrushka, but only the third movement. The Shrovetide Fair. And then, what else? Islami, Balakarev is another fun one. I've forgotten it now. Whatever it is. And have I done much Liszt? I feel like I've done something by Liszt. Oh yeah, the Harmonies du Soir, the 11th of the Transcendental Etudes. La Valse is another one. Ravel, La Valse. I played a bit. Yeah, I don't know. Some Beethoven sonatas, because everyone does those. Yeah, lots of, I don't know, heaps of stuff that I'm obviously forgetting about as well. just going to go skip over to the recap, and then I'll spend a little bit of time on the last one I'm working on, I think. Oops. That is not correct. God, so many accidentals. Okay. Okay, that is that one. Okay, what I will do now, because I do need another left-hand thing to do. So I'm gonna add in Op10 number 9. The first list etude number 6. I have learnt it. It's this one, right? Oh God. But like more than 20 years ago. So it's absolutely gone from my memory. Op10 number 9. But yeah, that one's good fun. I enjoyed playing that. Another thing I did by list was the first Mephisto waltz, the most famous one, and Chacon, the Busoni arrangement of the Bach Chacon. That was good fun. Prokofiev concerto, the first one I did. So yeah, I don't know. I've got some ideas in terms of what to do after the Chopin Etudes. Maybe I can do the Paganini Etudes or something, or Transcendental Etudes, or I don't know, something entirely different, not Etudes. I don't know. Could even do the Rachmaninoff Etudes or Rachmaninoff Preludes or something. But I kind of want to actually enjoy or see a benefit to doing a set. So if I don't like all the pieces in a set, I kind of don't want to do them unless I can see a good benefit out of it. So Vivaldi. Did he write? I mean, I'm not sure what keyboard music he wrote, honestly. Yeah, no, not off the top of my head. I mean, there's obviously arrangements of stuff, but I haven't touched those. God, these stretches. This is just like,
wrist movements. Like, this kind of reminds me of some of the wrist movements I have to do in Op25 number 1, but they mainly crop up in the right hand there. The left hand kind of gets away a little bit. Oh, God. Feels a little bit better. Yeah, it's very obvious what he's focusing on in this one, because the right hand is doing absolutely bugger all. It's just like quavers. Single note quavers. Okay. I'm kind of getting the gist of it. It's a little bit awkward, but my favorite is winter. Yeah, I mean, all the seasons are nice when they're played well. I actually really like them when they're not sluggish, I suppose is probably the best way. Like they're good tempos, not too heavy. Yeah, I think they're really good pieces. There's a reason they're famous. I just have heard them played so badly so often. So a lot of students play them. Good news with this is don't think it's going to be too hard to learn. Just a lot of like holy movements in the left hand. And then I imagine with tempo as well. Actually, there's a funny recording of a tuba player doing an arrangement. You can look it up of Winter. I've never forgotten it because of how hilarious it is. Hearing the tuba try and play like literally the violin part, but on tuba. He's a very famous tuba player, but I just feel like it's like obviously it's extremely hard, but without trying to like throw too much shade, I feel like it's maybe not the most necessary experiment. But definitely recommend listening to it once. For pure, I don't know, we'll say appreciation. to figure out a nicer way to do this. Do you know Opus 48 number 1 Chopin? What is that exactly? Opus 48 number 1. Is it a nocturne? Oh, the other thing I have played, which I really enjoy, is the 4 Brahms ballades. Do you have any idol figure or someone you look at in terms of piano? In terms of like older pianists, like ones who are probably dead, or mostly dead. There's I really like Julius Katchen. I like, obviously, Horowitz is, very, very unique. Sofronitsky is good for Scriabin. He has some really nice, ideas, musicality and tonal control. Martha Argerich, obviously, is just really good at everything. I have a lot of there's a Korean pianist, I forgot his name, who I have a lot of respect for. Amazing technique and also very musical. Actually, there's more than one Korean pianist. The 2 I'm thinking of are both men. And they're fairly young, I'm guessing. Yuzha Wang is like pretty spectacular player, honestly. She can absolutely play the piano. I like a lot of what she does. Who else? Dear God, these are getting ridiculous. What is this? Okay. I'm just gonna have to do 1-5-1-5 there. And still can't really stretch it. Trying to think if there are any other pianists. Kate Liu from Chopin International Competition, like 2015, I think. I really enjoyed her performances. I thought they were quite special, a lot of those. The Nocturne, that particular Opus 48 one. I have the Nocturnes on here. Opus 48. Let me see. Is that it's not the C minor, is it? Opus 48 number 2. Really? Was it number 2 or number 1? Hang on. Oh, number 1, the C minor. I haven't played it. Is it the hardest one? I don't think so. No, I think it's the most dramatic one. I don't think it's the hardest one. It depends, because there's a lot of the the hard stuff is this sort of whatever it is. So it's a lot of balance work and being able to control all that very softly, bringing out
basically the top line, and everything else has to just kind of be there. I don't struggle with this sort of stuff, so I'm okay. This one would not be that hard for me. In terms of like, I don't think any of the nocturnes are like spectacularly hard. I would think I would find maybe one of the more fiddly ones a bit trickier, like the one with all the trills. Like, dear God, the trills. It's one of the late ones. And I forgot. Is it this one? Is it this one? Oh yeah, this one. Opus 62, number 1. Oops. Because you get to the end and it's just where is it? Yeah, it's just like a trill that goes for half a page basically, and you have to control all the other stuff. So I find that that one very awkward. There's also like the D flat major one, which is kind of tricky in terms of control. Yeah, I don't know, unsure. I wouldn't say any of the nocturnes are like super hard though. Yeah, maybe some people would find that particular one the hardest, Opus 48. Hayato Sumino. I download the sheet music from just from what do you call it? IMSLP. So I just find the best edition I can on there essentially. Hayato Sumino. The name rings a bell. Why does the name ring a bell? Should I know them? Are they good? Japanese pianist. Obviously. Chopin. I assume he like won some. What did he do? Well in the advance to the semi-finals. Okay, cool. I mean, he's obviously very good. Like you don't get to the semi-finals if you're not really good. Yeah, I don't know if I do know him. Unsure. But if you've like any particular recordings he's done or something, definitely interested, because I'm always looking out for like interesting pianists essentially. Cool. Okay. I'm not planning to add the right hand yet because it's just kind of an unnecessary distraction, and I'm not adding pedal just yet either because I want to make sure I'm controlling things properly. That is okay. They recommend switching to the 4th there to reach up. Yeah, I can buy that. Almost. Yeah. Okay. Probably this one is the most difficult early one. At least, yeah. And switching to the 4 on the middle C seems to work pretty well, but I end up in such awkward like body positions, so I need to be careful about that. So I'm switching to 4 for that note to reach up, and then I have to switch back to 3 after to get down to the low F. I wish I didn't have to switch. It would be so much easier. His YouTube career booming from 7 levels of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I really like his Hungarian Rhapsody and Winter Wind. Oh, okay. Cool. Hungarian Rhapsody number 2, I'm guessing. I probably at some point should actually add a recording of a classical piece on here. Something that's not overdone, maybe. I don't know. But I will definitely add in like my plan is also to do like a progress check-in with these for my own I guess reference, to see like maybe every I'm not sure how often to do it, maybe every month or so, for the ones that I can play, at least just, you know, record them again, or record some new ones that I can play obviously as well, and see how they evolve, because I can obviously, if I'm recording them, I'm trying to do a good job with them, things will, you know, stand out to me, and I'll be like, okay, now I can work on that, see what I can do for the next time. Oy, that's a bit of an awful one. God. Yeah, the video itself is very entertaining also. Like Tom and Jerry. Yeah, the Tom and Jerry Hungarian Rhapsody. It's funny how like everyone knows it from that. Honestly, like a good use of classical music. That one kind of bothers me. That's fine. Then the 4 up to the thumb, and I need to put 3 back down on the C, and it's just so far. At least far for my hands. There we go. Oops, not correct. Yeah, I have to do 4 again here. I need to keep my jaw relaxed.
Oh my god. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Okay. So that's going to be fun. I can imagine at tempo. Okay. What do you think of the modern K-pop fusing with classical music? Yeah, why not? Like, honestly, these days I'm happy if people just engage with music, and if it happens to involve you know, classical music in a clever way, like, great. Like, the more exposure the better, and if people can, like, you know, find other stuff or enjoy other stuff because they discovered it through K-pop, then, you know, great. I reckon the more the merrier, essentially. And if not, that's fine too. They can just enjoy that. But I haven't explored it that much, so I don't have some good examples or anything. I actually did a K-pop arrangement as one of my shorts because I ran out of ideas, and I was just like, oh, I just need to. I'll do something trashy, and so I did an arrangement of Demon Hunter, K-pop Demon Hunter. I did a Mozart kind of arrangement of it for fun. So I have partaken in it. Oh, okay. Interesting. So they're essentially using actual established like pieces of music, like old classical music in K-pop. Yeah, that kind of thing has been happening also in pop music in general, not just K-pop. I'm trying to think of some good examples, but I'm pretty sure Moonlight Sonata has been done in rap, or what else? A lot of famous piano pieces have been taken by particularly rap. Okay, yeah, for some reason, should be fixed. Should be fixed now. For some reason that's not the first time that's happened. This microphone randomly just decides every so often that it doesn't want to, like, it
doesn't want to work properly. So I'm not sure why. So I just unplug it and put it back in. Anyway, I actually have to go to work. I just realized it's 3:00 in Sydney, and I have to be somewhere in 30 minutes. So I'm gonna have to stop, unfortunately. I'm using a Razer mic. It is Razer. I'm sure, but it's this one. It's, I don't know, like a $50 one or something. It's not too expensive, maybe $70. It's got a very long model number. But I am actually going to coach badminton. Randomly. Thank you. Thanks all for dropping by. It's been fun. See you soon.